We are going to talk about Cuba. Cuba is an archipelago which is the biggest island in Las Antillas. Cuba is located in the south of Caribbean, or Mar de las Antillas, close to USA, in the bottom of Florida and the west of Mexico. The average weather in Cuba is between 24 and 35 Celsius degrees. The hottest area in Cuba are the Oriental Coast, Santiago de Cuba, Guantanamo, Holguín, and Puerto del Padre. In average, Cuba got almost 90% of humidity in the day, increased to 95%. The coast, but the center got close to 50 to 60% of humidity. Media. The TV, the radio, and the newspaper are controlled by the government, but from a few years ago, the government let the new generation browse in internet in a highly controlled way, blocking a lot of pages. This is too much for us, but it shows to the world what could be a beginning of a new era of communication in Cuba.
Let me introduce fauna of Cuba. In Cuba there are more than 14 species of animals. Indeed, they know much more than 14 species of Cuba fauna. All two we usually see in daily life are important. In Cuba lives the world's smallest bird, the big human bird or birdfly. The human bird is the smallest of the world birds and measures about 6 centimeters in length and weight a maximum average about 2 grams. Just live in Cuba. In Cuba lives the world's smallest amphibian. It pygmy frogs or toad. Measuring less than 12 millimeters in length. In Cuba lives the world's smallest bat that simultaneously considered the lesser of mammals. Lepidus nistellus is the butterfly or bat, which weighs just 2 and 3 grams, is about 3 centimeters.
Now, flora. The flora in Cuba is extensive with over 6,500 species of seeds, plants. Only therefore is the largest plant diversity in the insular Caribbean. Typical species, exotic and more used in the island are the sugarcane and the royal palm. Moa, the north region of the province of Holguín, is considered by scientists as the garden of Cuba because it shows a rich flora species and also has a large region of vegetation. The Sierra del Rosario was declared a biosphere reserve since it has a special reservoir. Approximately 25% of the island is comprised of pine, mahogany plantations, and snuff. In the valley of the rivers are the best land in the world for the cultivation of snuff. In the south coast, mangrove thrive, while in the north coast, cliff dry.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about the government. And the Republic of Cuba, along with China, Laos, and Vietnam, is one of the world's four remaining socialist states espousing communism. The country is divided into 15 provinces and one special municipality. These were formerly part of 6 large historical provinces: Pina del Río, Habana, Matanzas, Las Villas, Camagüey, and Oriente. The provinces are divided into municipalities. The official language of Cuba is Spanish, and the vast majority of Cubans speak it. Lucami, a dialect of the West African language Yoruba, is also used as a liturgical language by petitioners of Santeria and so only as a second language. The predominant religion is Roman Catholic Christianity, but also tolerate various Protestant dominations such as Protestant, Adventist, Jehovah's Witnesses, Methodists, Presbyterians, etc. Parallel Santeria or Regla de Rocha has established itself as recognized religion.
That's it. Thank you for your attention.